morning, traders. This is James for this little update. I hope you're fine. Very happy to see you again. We are the 23rd of April. Welcome to this update. Lots of things to tell you today. Wall Street remains confident, of course, with the indices at all-time highs again. Yesterday we went up by more than 1% in the S&P 500 and 1.73% in the Nasdaq, despite all the tensions in Iran. A correction would be expected maybe next week on the 4-hour time frame. I think that at some point we're going to breathe a bit. Bitcoin retraced on the 4-hour time frame. It was yesterday, I think, and we went up. We're going to talk about Bitcoin today. The inflation risk would be off if the WTI went below $77. Wall Street is following Trump with the second fastest rebound in a century. It was very impressive, and Wall Street is preparing for Warsh to come at the Fed very soon. So Warsh did a little speech in front of the Senate. It was the day before yesterday, and Warsh used the term regime change, which was very important, and he criticized the fatal mistakes of the Fed that the Fed did in the recent past, causing hyperinflation by printing too much money. So this is pretty important stuff to listen. The Fed's new project would be to focus on the US standard of living, which could be historic in my opinion. So today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and here we have Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, and algo traders, algo investors are waiting for this opportunity. So I'm anchoring here at the very bottom of the structure that occurred mid-2023 and going up to the previous all-time high. And here we have this box materialized by the 50% retracement and the golden zone, the retracement of the 61.8%. And what algos do is that they buy in this green box and target the negative 23.6. I'm going to put all those labelings here on my chart, the levels. Here they are. And so algos within bullish measure moves long the green box and target the 23.6% retracement in negative. And this is what people like me are waiting for. Bitcoin going to $44,000 or at the minimum $35 to load and to ride this amazing uptrend that would go to $200,000. So this is for the long term, for the weekly chart on the weekly time frame. What is going on here in this little upward structure? That would maybe go to this resistance here, with this box comprised between $88,000 and $96,000. This would be a bearish measure move if we reached after that the $51,000 target. So we're going up. Maybe we're going to this red box here, and we're going to zoom in this upward structure that some call the bottom in Bitcoin. So here we are on the 4-hour chart. The red box is just above us, and we're going to analyze this structure here. And here we have a traditional series of bullish measure moves. So we had the first one here, with the 50% retracement that was hit at approximately $68,000. Target was hit. Trade was perfectly executed by those algos. Then we had another measure move, 50% hit again. Here it was at $71,000. Target hit. So we continue. We had the third one. Here we had the 50% retracement at $74,000, And we avoided the target here. We're not far. We just need to pump a bit more, and we will reach the $80,000 mark before retracing again. And maybe the markets are going to offer us another very nice opportunity in Bitcoin to have this opportunity. But we need to reach the profit target. So maybe if we reach $8,000, we're going to have this opportunity that will come to us for a fourth measure move. And we would reach this green box. So when the type goes, you will adapt your chart, and ideally we should do this. Go up to the target, go back down, and react, and reach $82,000. I'm going to put this in white. So I invite you to replicate all this on your chart. Maybe we will only reach the 38.2%, because at some point, if we're going to reach this red box, we will do it maybe with more bullishness, and maybe we will have a more shallow correction. But so far, we haven't reached the $80,000. What will happen at Wall Street in the time being? Maybe we will continue to pump in Wall Street, and maybe Wall Street is dragging Bitcoin up. So we will track all this in those videos that I do on YouTube. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, thanks for liking it, and follow us on YouTube and also on Twitter, on X. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.